don't want to get itchy. It's been so good being back here and like being able to work visually on the wall.
Huh?
It's been so good being able to work visually on the wall.
Yeah.
Like it's so.
Was her back?
Yeah, it's so like important. I think I was listening to a recruitment interview and some guy was like talking about architecture, and then he was like talking about the process of architecture, like the same way he's like, oh, you know when you watch like a crime TV show and they get the fucking big pinboard out and you pin all like the red things between the suspects, and he's like, somehow after you like lay out all of the ingredients visually, and you then all of a sudden you look at it for long enough and you start to see patterns that you wouldn't otherwise see, like if you were trying to catalog everything in your brain. And so like it's the same thing, right? Like you stick enough stuff up and then eventually you start to see a pattern. Yeah. And then you go, oh right, because if you do that with this, with this, with this, it like makes more sense.
Yeah, it's like a polio, but on your wall permanently in front of you as you're working.
Yeah.
It's like reminding you kind of like the main points you're trying to make, so you don't get lost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that way you don't, like you can go down a rabbit hole because all the thinking's already up here, and if you're right, you get lost. And then you're like, okay, cool.
It's like, wait, how did I do this?
Yeah,
Come back.
Yeah. I also had, like, we're talking about metaphor in lyrics and songwriting today, and so we're talking about metaphor, like noun metaphor clashes and how you can like combine codes. And so there's essentially the truth, which is the code. So like, for example, like drink bottle is like a code of language. So you can say all things are associated with a bottle, I don't know, water, drinking, feeling full. Like there's just any noun has a like coded language that's around that, like associated. And then you take the magic is you take the code of what you actually want to say and you paint it in the code of what resonates with people. And that's where the metaphor is. So, or at least that's how I interpret it. So if right now what you want, like, if right now everybody's really obsessed with trees and nature, but you want to talk about, I don't know, your dog, then you would use you would use tree associated language, but you would actually be talking about your dog, but you would be using language that people would associate with trees and stuff. So you end up with like an allegory, and so like you end up
beautiful. That's so beautiful.
You can like sneak your what you actually want to talk about,
like
and then you get to paint it in trend so that it resonates with people. But your message, like once they read into it, the allegory is actually already what you want it to be about.
You need to write a song about like cannibalism, but it's like a metaphor for love, because the girly pops are loving that at the moment.
Cannibalism?
Yeah. Because it's the most, they love it because it's as like violent as female love is ever depicted in literature. So
you know what? Cannibalism.
Cannibalism is
him.
Cannibalism as a metaphor for love is him.
Right.
Because it's this idea of like a woman's love being so consuming, you're eating yourself and them. And so it talks about eating flesh, but it's like eating every part of their soul into you.
Whoa, very
beautiful. Very beautiful.
Oh, I don't. That reminded me.
Yeah, what are you doing? You like went to sit back down.
No, it reminded me of this artist. I don't know if you've seen it. I was thinking about this today. This is the most like sacred, profane artist I've ever seen. Awesome. So.
I mean, I like that you like the environment.
Well,
I don't want to.
You win some, you lose.
I don't want to shit on your parade.
It's small. That's fine.
You win some, you lose heaps more.
Oh, yeah.
Like a diva.
No, sorry, that's like my go-to. I was thinking, it's like my go-to saying is you win some, you lose. Because people say you win some, you lose some. And that's not true. Because you win like 1% and you lose like heaps way more. So I default to like, like that's just how I say the saying. I go win some, lose heaps more. It's my expression, my self-expression.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you for indulging me in my little working visually is important speech, because that's like one of the 2 reasons I came to the studio tonight, because I wanted to get that on camera, because I was thinking about it on the tram.
What?
I was thinking about how working visually is important, and I'm trying to like get little speeches on camera. Like when I'm
I
working.
see. Yes. Yeah. That's
But
good.
I'm trying to do it in a natural way, so that I'm not telling people, because otherwise you like, and then I act it instead of like just doing it as if I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So I have to forget that I'm like meaning to do it, which is why I put the camera on as soon as I got in here.
Yeah, you were so slick about it.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. You do forget.
I'm getting used to the camera.
Yeah. Say bye.
Bye, it's my birthday, so happy birthday to me
Happy
in the
bir-
comments.